stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and a tackle because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
2nd and 13. His pass caught at the 4. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Look at me.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. I don't know that you've got a wealth of options here now. Third down from your 2.
The question is, how much confidence do you actually have in various aspects of your team? In your defense, in case things go wrong. In your quarterback to take care of the football. Your offensive line to protect it. If you're feeling pretty confident about all of those things, you might take a shot right here.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Set 90 Wolf. Check. It's been a long day for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy under.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Gordon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. This is Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Check out. 622, 54. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now lock on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. T.J. Hawkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. 3rd and 13.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. Smooth.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Shelton. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Orbit. Look at me. Zipper. Motion, motion.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch
2nd and 6. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Switch.
Hey, wahoo!
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Fresh off the pick six, it's Love. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Luck now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing his Luck. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again, Luck. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again is Luck. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To the air again, Luck. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Luck throwing again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. The final shot before the break. Luck toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now! Hey, Charlie!
57. Mike, 57.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shelton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
57's the mic. Watch the ball.
Hey.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Hey, Zoo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. They'll try and run for it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check hot route. Hey, high 7. Get it.
They'll drop to throw. Got his target, Samuel. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he will find his man on the outside. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Long. This is Gordon on the dump off. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Here's Luck. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Luck. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Back to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And some room to run now. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
You draw corporate. He's checking corporate. Check 50. Check 50.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
8, read.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Hurry. Hit it.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Ready.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch twist. Begin. Check 3.
5.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 3 yards out, and the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Terry McLaurin with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love going right side here, and that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Shelton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shelton. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
26 yards line.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shelton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's back to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Luck now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Alpha. Ready?
2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Set to get this drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. From the 30 on second down, Luck, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Go. 60 or. Tight end. Orbit.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Foot out, check.
Now back to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Here's Luck. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ja'Kai Polite, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Luck. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the set.
Mike by two. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.